Hey everyone, Waj Gaming here, back again with another video. We're going to look at a sync grid guide for Nessa and Drednaw. So we're going to look at the passive, the stats, and we're also going to look at the sync grid at 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5, and 3 out of 5. And she is coming into Pokemon Masters tomorrow. So yeah, let's get into the video. But before we do that, don't forget to subscribe, do like and share the content around. And yeah, let's get into the video now. So as you can see here, we've got Nessa and Drednaw. So she is coming out tomorrow. Let's look at her stats. So I'm the type of person, I don't like to look at the data mine too much when it comes to Pokemon. I like to rather use them, then comment on them. So this is just a little insight in looking at it before it comes out. So I like to look at it one day before it comes out just to see what we've got. Looking at the stats and the moves, 663 HP. This is at level 130, 5-star. We do have level 135, 135 now. However, I think the sync grid helper has not been updated yet. So we're just going to work with what we've got here. Attack stats 303, defense 200, 189 special attack, 149 special defense, 191 speed. So already I can tell straight away it's going to be a physical type Pokemon that's going to hit. Defensive stats are okay. To me, this doesn't look good for in terms of a special defensive type Pokemon. I do know it's a tech. The moves it's got is Razor Shell, and it's a 3-gauge move, base power 123. Has a good chance of lowering the target's defense and it hits an opponent. It's got Jaw Lock, which is a 3-gauge move, base power of 168, so that looks a lot more stronger than Razor Shell, and it is a physical move, and it applies the restraint effect on the target, and it targets an opponent. Okay, so that's similar to Decidueye, and it's got Rock Tomb, which we know, which lowers the target's speed, and we've got Wash 'em Away, which sharply raises the attack, raises the user's critical hit rate. In addition, drastically raises the user's speed when the weather is rainy, and it does it to itself. Sync move, Flood the Stadium Liquidation. So the move is increased, the target is restrained. So that's the first strategy, is to probably use Jaw Lock before you sync. And on the passives, it's got Restraint Power up 5. Powers up moves when the user is restrained. Ripple Effect 9. What's this? When a move is used by a Pokemon, lowers an opponent's stat, lowers the same stats for all opposing sync players. Okay, so we've seen this with Alcremie and I think Hydreigon. We've got a few Pokemon there that, so I don't think it's Hydreigon, but there are a few Pokemon with Ripple Effect. So Razor Shell, you can AoE lower defense. Rock Tomb, you can AoE lower speed, which is nice. And then Restraint 3B3, so has a moderate good chance of applying a free move next effect to the user when attack move is successful while the user is restrained. Okay, that's nice. So when you're restrained, you can basically get another free move hit without using the move gauge. So that looks good. I'm only going to aim for 1 out of 5 when I'm summoning, because this is a Pokemon that you can get at any time. But I just want 1 copy at the moment, and I can get all the future copies later. So for those people that want to save gems, don't go for Nessa and Drednaw. Save your gems. You can get Drednaw at any time. But looking at 1 out of 5 on the grid, we've got Rock 2, Move Gauge Refresh free, and we've got Wash 'em Away, MP Refresh free. So you haven't got much. So ideally, your best grid to go for is probably this at a minimal. You may want the Rock Tomb accuracy as well, and you may want the Razor Shell accuracy as well. So that's something I'd go for 1 out of 5. So you haven't got much to play with there. Looking at 2 out of 5, we've now got more to play with. So now we've got Vigilance, which we can do. We've got Racing Dance 3. We've got Cake Walk, which we know we've seen on Empoleon. So Cakewalk 3, the more the target's speed is lowered, it's going to increase on the sync move. It's got Jaw Lock Move Gauge Refresh 2, and it's got Razor Shell Move Gauge Refresh 2. So ideally, what I would go for would be Cakewalk 100%, Racing Rain 3 as well. I'll also go up here for the Jaw Lock Move Gauge Refresh, and then I'll go for Vigilance and then Razor Shell. May not have enough, so let's take out Racing Rain, and I think that should be enough. Yeah, that should be enough. So this is what I'd go for 2 out of 5. So you've got the Cakewalk, Sync Nuke, and you've got all the other move gauge refreshes, so which is nice as well, especially for Battle Below if you're going to use it. Moving now to 3 out of 5 over here. So 3 out of 5, you've got a lot to play with. You've got Hunter's Instinct. Oops, let's see over here. So the more the speed is lowered, it's going to more power up your moves, which is good. You've got Shower Power 5, powers up the Sync move when the weather is rainy. We've got Raging Rain 3, powers up your move when the weather is rainy. We've got Hold Hostage 2, so powers up the moves when it's restrained. Restraint Recovery 1, restores the HP whenever it takes action when it's restrained. Relentless, the more the target's defense has been lowered, the more it's going to power up the Sync move. And you've also got Razor Shell Critical Focus 1, so raises the critical hit rate when the user lands a critical hit. So you've got a lot there that you can basically play with. You can basically use this as a sync nuker. So the grid that I'd go for sync nuking would be definitely the sync node power ups over here. And I'll go for Shower Power 5 because that will also power up the move when it's rainy. I'll go for Vigilance and Relentless as well, because Relentless, remember, the more the defense is lowered, the more it's going to power up your sync moves, and you can lower the defense with his moves. I'll go for Rock Tomb Accuracy, and Cakewalk. So this, I think, should be enough. Yeah, so 750 orbs. This will be your sync nuking grid. So this is someone you can pair up with Swampert as well, because Swampert does have rain, or if you've got Egg Blastoise that can have Rain Dance, this will do wonders. But remember, this is a tech, so it can't AoE nuke if you 6-star EX it. It's just going to have an extra 1.5 multiplier. But you've got a lot of multipliers here. You've got Shower Power 5, Cakewalk, Relentless, and then you've got the extra sync move power-ups. So you've got a lot there to play with. Let's reset this. There are other options we can go for. We can go for basically a Razor Shell grid. So over here we can go for Wash 'em Away, MP Refresh, Racing Rain 3, Raging Rain 3. We can go for Razor Shell Power Up and Accuracy Power Up, and then Razor Shell Move Gauge Refresh 2 and Razor Shell Critical Focus 1. So this is another grid that we can go for as well, but again, this will have to be in rain as well. So again, Swampert will be your Pokemon that you're going to be syncing with, and this is going to be your attacking Pokemon. There is another option as well we can go for. We can go for maybe a Jaw Lock grid. So with the Jaw Lock grid, we definitely want Wash 'em Away, MP Refresh 3. You would definitely want Raging Rain 3. And then you can go for all the Jaw Lock power-ups and the Move Gauge Refresh and then the Hold Hostage. So this will be your power move for Jaw Lock in rain with Swampert. I don't think there is any other grids that we can go for. So ideally, when I do get this at 3 out of 5, I'll probably go for the sync grid where I can sync nuke. However, I'm just going to aim for 1 out of 5. So do check my video out tomorrow, where I'm going to try and aim for the summons to try and get 1 out of 5 for Nessa and Drednaw. Good luck to your summons if you are summoning on her, but do remember that she will be in all the other scouts in the future, so it may be best just to hold off for now. Try your luck afterwards because you'll be on every other banner. So yeah, do let me know in the comments if you are going to summon on Nessa and Drednaw. Do subscribe, do share the content around, and then yeah, I'll see you all for the next one. See ya.